Welcome to Anglia Car Auctions. It is Friday night, so it's the eve before our next sale, taking place over the next 2 days, and we have a bumper crop of classics, motorbikes, automobilia for you. Now I'm here with Bryn.
You are, Guy, you're like a kid before Christmas, aren't you? Always the night before the auction, it always starts to, the excitement starts to build.
I don't sleep, yeah.
At all, period.
It's the anticipation.
You have done it again though, haven't you? Because I was here, not the last auction, the one before. I think it was June? I can't remember.
June,
June
it was sunny and warm.
It was sunny, it was warm. I'm going to get to sample the car auctions here in Kings Lynn, on the outskirts of Kings Lynn, with a slightly different backdrop of cold air around us. But you have done it again. You've thrown together an incredible, eclectic collection of cars.
Well, it's an eclectic collection, but it is really a tremendous team effort from everybody here. So the Anglia Car Auctions team, we're quite a close team, and like any team, we've all got our own little characters and characteristics, and we do all come together and put this together. It's such an important thing, from presenting the cars, cleaning the cars, filming the cars, in the office, the background work, dealing with the inquiries. It's a huge operation, and it's great when we see it like this and it's all calm and quiet, and we know tomorrow it's D-Day.
It certainly is that. Now, I say it's an eclectic collection. There are also some cars here that you think, okay, I can get why this is a classic and get why that's a classic, but why is that a classic? And you were saying to me earlier on, well, sometimes cars that fit into the classics are kind of classics because they're just cool, and they will become proper future classics as well.
Future classics, they're emerging classics, or they're just so different, or the mileage is great. They've survived. I mean, behind me, we have a Nissan Prairie. Now, I remember those on the road. I've never driven a Nissan Prairie, and I never thought growing up that a Nissan Prairie would be in a classic car auction. However,
who's going to buy it? Actually, a genuine question, because when I were a lad, when we were all a bit younger and we saw those things being driven around, it was a certain type that would be behind the wheel. Now, are they appealing to a different person because of nostalgia?
It's retro, it's cool. Look at that lovely boxy shape.
Yeah.
Imagine you want to go to a classic car show and you want to be a little bit different. Maybe you're getting on a few years and you can't get down into a low-down sports car. You go in this.
Oh, hello.
It's totally pillarless.
Totally? I didn't know that.
Yes.
Look at that.
And you
tell
tell
me,
me,
never do that in another car.
You tell me that is not.
Practice my karate. Oh, there you go.
Absolutely fantastic.
That? I didn't know
so I get
pillarless.
it, and it's so 1980s. The dash, it's like look at the steering wheel. Oh, sorry, the seat belt.
I don't know much about cars, but I know that's not. I've not been steering with that.
Look at the seat,
left hand
the seat belt.
That is.
But I love it. I think
it's brilliant.
It's truly fantastic, and I love the fact it exists.
And it's got a nice cloth interior.
It survived.
I love it.
I mean, the gestation period. So how long? Sometimes there are cars here that have been consigned just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And there are other cars that I've known about and I've been discussing with the owner. And when I say for years, I mean for years. And this is a point in case. So it's a Triumph TR6, great. Our vendor, who's a local Norfolk farmer, has had this car for 47 years.
47 years.
47 years. In that time, I think he's only covered something like 9,000 or 10,000 miles. He's used it occasionally. It's got a factory hardtop with it, which is great.
Yeah.
But he's reluctant to sell it because he likes it.
Yeah, of course.
And it suddenly just becomes a point. He says, do you know what, Guy? It's time. I'm going to sell it because I'm getting on in years. He won't mind me saying it. I'm not going to be driving this around. And so it goes on to the next chapter of its life. But 47 years ownership.
It's beautiful.
It's fantastic.
I love the reassurance you get with the indicator stalks on these. That you don't get them like that anymore. They're
decisive.
Oh, they really are.
Aren't they?
Or it's on or it's off.
Yes.
That's lovely.
It's not like, is it on? Am I? Yeah. So I really like this car.
That is beautiful. We looked under the bonnet a few moments ago. It was so heavy, wasn't it, that bonnet? My word,
when you think
just to get
a
it
classic
open.
car was built, it was hewn.
It was
from metal.
Carved out of rock.
You know, you look at it, and we've got the modern auction here, which happens every week.
Yeah.
And I look at some of the cars, and you go, and they're plastic wings. You lean on it, and it goes boop, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's actually nice to get a car.
Although I had a Citroen BX once, which I drove into a pillar in a McDonald's car park, and I was pretty happy because I could actually just pop out the door. It went right in. I managed to get my arm inside, and bang, out it went again.
Bang,
so kind of reassuring sometimes. But we talked about moments ago about cars that kind of fit into the emerging or future classes.
Yeah,
and this is one.
This
really.
is 100%, you know, bang on track. So it's a 2004 MGZS. So it's the 180 horsepower V6.
Yep.
I love these later cars with these wing vents.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's just so dramatic.
Not sure it does anything.
It's great.
But
You've got these wide arches and these wing vents.
Yeah.
It's really, really brilliant. But this car has only covered 18,000 miles from new in the hands of one lady owner. Now, she must have been a careful lady owner because look at it. It's lovely.
What I'm looking at, just quickly, is I can see it's got an aftermarket stereo in there. You know, the sort of face-off one that you used to go down to the shop and buy. It's absolutely fantastic. The aftermarket stereo, the reassuring, you take it off and you put it in your pocket when you go anywhere.
You have the case that you put it in your pocket and you disappear.
And after about, 2 weeks, you forget the case. It just goes in your pocket. But I'm looking here on the parcel shelf, there's no 6x9 holes cut in there.
No, this car has been really, really well looked after in its life. Huge interest in it. Really, really great to see. And it's like classic cars for a whole new generation. There's a car we won't go and look at right now because it's a little bit further away, but we've got a Golf R32. Now, I'm just going to get back from behind the pillar. Sorry, Noddy, for hiding behind there. Now, that is one of the most viewed cars in the sale, and it's the next generation, the generation coming up. That's what's getting them excited. And we've still got this really great, really strong, established classic car market. MGBs, Lancias, Fords.
You can pretty much name a car and it'll be here, really. But also, there's a single seat I want to quickly point out.
Oh, yeah.
I know that you've done a video where you've walked around a lot of these, by the way, and we put a link in the description so you can check it out for yourselves. But Noddy, I'm going to send you over to your left, my friend.
We've got our sporty
and you'll see our
single-seat
sports car here. This one. Oh yes, have a look at this. All areas covered, aren't they?
So you've got a central driving position, just like a McLaren.
Yes, exactly like that. It's front engine though, so that's more like maybe, it's not McLaren-esque, is it? But let's go AMG Mercedes.
Why is this in a classic car auction? It's in it because it's just beautiful. It's in fantastic condition. It's actually a vineyard tractor, which means if you look at it, you might think it's quite narrow.
Narrow, yeah.
So they were narrow for a purpose to get between the vineyards.
Right.
It's been restored. I really, really like this tractor.
Do you know what the pedals do? Do you know what does what?
All sorts of things.
No, it's fantastic. But as we say, eclectic, it's just an amazing collection you've got here. One question that has cropped up time. Just walk this way a little bit. Go on. Go on.
So thank
you. 911. I love that.
One
question that has cropped up.
Built-in picnic.
I love it. Yes, you put your surfboard on there as well if you want. It comes up time and time again. Is how do you come up with the prices? The guide prices, the reserves, all this aspect, because some of these cars they're so rare, so unusual, obscure. It must be like, well, me looking at it, I go, I put $5,000. I don't know. How do you come up with these prices?
It's an art more than a science, I think. So there isn't a definitive answer because you could have the same car in two different sales and they will make different prices. That is how it works. But when you have something like the little Renault to the right of the tractor, now that's a very, very curveball car.
Yeah.
It has been beautifully restored. It's stunning. The restoration, the work that's gone into that is a real credit to our vendor. But it's a very, very hard car to value. And that's what's quite fun. What's quite challenging about the job. I mean, a Frog Eye, an MGB, very, very desirable. The MGC, you've got a bit of an idea. I mean, look at this beautiful 3-litre CSI BMW. I really love this car. It's a manual car. They just got it so right with the lines, didn't they?
They did, and the interior is just beautiful. I mean, I'm not a big fan of wood on the inside of cars, I've got to say, but when it's like that, my word, that is a nice looking interior.
And it's real wood.
Yeah, exactly. It's not veneer or anything like that.
Yeah.
Well, it might be.
No. That is actually it's a real block of.
So come back to this price then. So it's a case of over the years of doing this, you've got a feel for what they might go for, but it all depends on the room who's interested as well.
Yeah.
So do you take a lot of pride when you get it bang on, or do you take more pride when it goes through the roof and you think, oh, I got that completely wrong?
I love getting it just right. I love it when something sells within a predicted guide price.
Yeah.
But there is total elation when something goes above and beyond. And sometimes you just think, and it's a little bit of disappointment because you think, well, I really hope that would have done more.
Yeah.
And it should have done more.
Yeah.
But that is the
beauty of the room.
The beauty of the room. It's an auction. So you might come to the auction and you may pick up a car for less than you wanted to pay. You may end up not buying a car because it's made more than you wanted to pay. But it's just how it goes.
Now, there's quite a lot of barn finds back there as well. Are they pretty hard to come up with a price because, of course, condition is a big thing. How much is it going to take to get it back as just a rolling body before you can
is someone going to be buying it themselves to restore?
Yeah.
So if they've got the skill and they're not valuing their time, they can pay far more for that restoration project than someone that's perhaps wants it but is going to send it to one of the, a very recognised marque restorer, and obviously they'll spend a lot more. So it depends on what you're going to be doing to it, how you're going to restore it, and you could have a car that one day might make £5,000 and another day might make £25,000, and that's the great thing. I mean, this Rover P4 now it's beautiful.
Yeah.
If you look at that, it's a really lovely example, and it's in no reserve. And a lot of people say, I said, what about no reserve? Oh, what if it only makes £100? It won't, because the auction is so well followed. This car is entered no reserve. It will sell well. I don't know where it'll end up, but that's the beauty.
You had two P4s here a couple of months ago, or a few months ago, 2 auctions ago. I hadn't seen a P4 for probably 15 odd years, something like that. I saw one on the road about 2 years ago, and I thought, oh, what fantastic! I've seen a Rover P4 again. I haven't seen one for so long.
But they drive
then
really
I saw 2 at your last auction. There's another one here. And
we've got another one over here.
They have it, don't they? They have the X Factor, but also these cars, these 2, the Astra and the Corsa.
So,
this is a 90s Astra. This is a proper Astra, as I think. Really,
they're both from the 90s.
Yeah.
So we've got the GTE.
Yeah.
Which, with its DG dash,
it's the Astra. It's the Astra.
It's the one to have, and it's a beautiful car. And then we've got the Corsa, the little GSI, and we just happen to park them next to each other because I think it's a great little comparison. There will have been a used car dealership 20 years ago with both of these on the forecourt.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think it's fantastic. Just like we've got the 2 BMWs.
Yeah, just over the back.
The E30 and the E21. Just behind it, and I think they're just great to have them as a pairing.
How do you work out how you want to park these cars and which order you want to put them in? Is there a science to it? You think we'll just put them together and we'll sticker them up later on?
Right. No, it is quite involved, and again, that's where the team comes in. So a lot of the guys that have worked here have worked here for a long while, and you get a feel for it. It's and it could be something like, we don't want too many red cars together, silver cars together, white cars together, which sounds really silly, but also you want to feature these 2 together.
Yeah.
But they're not being sold one after the other.
Yeah, exactly. They're down the line.
So there's five lots between them, but it's just great to see.
Got a couple of questions for you as well that have come in actually from the socials. Right?
Yep.
First of all, what time does the auction start tomorrow?
So tomorrow, live, the actual selling will start at 10 o'clock with the automobilia.
Yep.
The cars will start tomorrow at 12 o'clock, and then we're ending the day with the John Worker artwork.
Got my eyes on a couple of them.
Which we have to look at.
We'll have cut the feed by then, so you can't see.
Yeah,
I don't want anyone in that room. They're just for me.
It's beautiful.
They are.
It
They're
really
fantastic.
is beautiful.
And I saw those a few months ago. They're in the back office there, a few of them. Amazing.
It's what could have been, what was, and what might have, they are really fascinating. So that's Saturday.
Yeah.
Sunday we start at 10 with the second half of the automobilia, Then the live stream starts at 12 o'clock with the motorcycles, and we've got 37 or so motorcycles and scooters in the sale.
Yeah.
Then we go on to the cars. Then we've got Francesco Sciana's artwork. Then we go on to the cars.
I love that stuff.
And Francesco's here today.
Really?
Yeah. It's great.
Yeah, it's
So
amazing.
it's
amazing.
alive.
So that's one of them. The second question, which I'll come to in just a minute as we wander down here and have a quick look at these bikes that are around. A couple of bubble cars. I love these bubble cars. The old stories, aren't there? People used to drive them into their garage and then couldn't get out.
It is a bit of an
urban myth kind of thing.
well,
maybe?
I would actually say it's a bit of a joke that we do quite a lot. So
Yeah.
quite often with the non-runners,
Yeah.
we'll push them around because it's easier than, and we always say, oh, in you get. We did it to Katie the other night. We've done it to Ed not too long ago, and we'll just park them up against the wall. They're like,
You
I can't get out. So
swines,
no,
you
let
utter
them out.
swine.
But it's just a little bit. It's a little bit of a joke. But
Yeah.
how did, can you imagine nowadays someone actually signing off?
I've got a great idea. Yeah, in your pop.
But I love this. So it's a NG number plate.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a number plate nerd, so it's a Norfolk number plate.
Okay.
And if you look inside, Carly of Fakenham, so just down the road, this car was supplied. Now, both of these. Have you ever sat in one?
I'm not going to, not
Go on.
after that story. I'm just looking. Do the curtains come with it? Do the curtains?
Absolutely.
Now, is the floor
Have a
going
little
to
see,
fall
I
in on
promise
this
I
one?
won't close
Is
it.
the floor okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Are you sure? Because
Yeah.
I won't be able to get out again. I know that. Oh, here we are. Look
Now,
at this.
I'll just pull it back.
Oh,
Look
it's
at the
got a nice
steering wheel
aroma. It's got.
and the column. Look how that moves into
Ah.
place.
That is genius, right?
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. What's
It's-
this bit?
Gears.
This bit.
Oh, a heater, demist.
That's the heater.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the demister.
So it's really, really great.
Right.
And now both of these have been owned by the same lovely gentleman for 40 odd years. He wasn't sure
Right.
exactly how long he'd had them. And they've both been stored together
Yeah.
in a barn in North Norfolk.
I'd be ashamed to separate them,
Oh,
wouldn't it?
yeah, it's someone buy both
Buy
of them and
both. Buy
keep
both.
them together.
Yeah, yeah. It's
It
like
would be,
splitting up
it would
some
be great.
puppies, isn't it, or something? You've got to buy them together, right? So,
Yes.
But this is what I want to say. We talked about how eclectic this range is. Sublime to the ridiculous. Well, I'm not going to say which is which. We start over here, and then if we swing round to the right.
Now-
hello, a Modena.
What a beautiful car.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning. I believe it's one of 3 only in burnt orange. Got to get it
Burnt
right.
orange sounds right.
And flame orange.
Flame orange?
Flame orange. Sorry, not burnt
Not burnt orange.
Flame orange. It really is a real eyeful, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I love the colour.
Yeah.
And I love it's got the shields.
Yeah.
Proper enamelled shields on it.
37,000 miles.
Just have
it's
a look round it.
fantastic, isn't it? It's but this bit, do you know what? I don't care about this. I love Ferraris, right? I love all this bit. I love all this bit. But you buy a Ferrari for this bit, right?
For that bit
and
there.
you buy a Ferrari for the fact you can see straight down into
Who
the workings,
wants to
into
look
the
at
heartbeat.
Who wants to look at luggage when you've got an interior like that
Yeah.
and the engine with red
It's just the window to heaven, isn't it? It's the window to
finish. Rocker cover. It's just beautiful.
Yeah. It's
It
amazing.
really is.
And we were talking about how you come up with price ranges and
Not rocker
guide
covers,
prices and
sorry.
stuff like this. And one question was, I don't even,
Oh.
I know nothing about this. So tell me something about a Borg Ward Isabella TS.
Borg Ward.
Tell me
Isabella.
about a Borg Ward
TS.
Isabella TS.
So nice. It's right-hand drive.
yeah.
In the most striking colour combination of blue and cream.
Yeah.
Our
Leaf
vendor
springs, I'm
purchased it-
guessing.
Sorry?
Leaf springs by the movement on that.
Yeah. Our vendor was going to use this, I think, to do some historic rallying.
Right.
Situation has changed.
Yeah.
But I challenge you. So you've got a 2-tone interior,
Yeah.
2-tone exterior. It's just stunning. And this is 1961. So look at the styling cues.
Yeah.
Not only have you got indicators down here, up here, marker lights. I love the chrome. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's an older restoration. It's not perfect, but I really like it.
It's got a bit of a Rover rear end.
Rover P5 rear end.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Just look at that. A little bit of Renault here.
Bit of Renault, yeah. So how do you come up with a guide price on something like this then?
We've actually put this in no reserve.
Have you?
Yep. So it's an interesting car.
Yeah.
And our vendor's decided that it's time to sell it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's happy to let it find its own level.
Like it.
And I think that's just wonderful. It'll sell quite well, I think, because if you want to stand out, you want to go to a classic car show, where are you going to see another?
Yeah.
Right-hand drive, a little bit exotic.
I like it. And also, something that's very different about this auction is this space, because you drive the cars
very,
through.
very, very important.
Drive the cars through.
Yeah. So it's one of only a handful of drive-through auctions. So not only do you see the cars driving through, not only do you hear them driving through, but you get the smell, you get the atmosphere, and I think it's absolutely fantastic. And people really, really enjoy coming here for the sale. Mm-hmm. It gives you a little bit of reassurance if you're actually thinking of spending quite a bit of money, you know, quite a chunk of money. Oh, actually, yeah, I could just, you just get a little bit more confidence in the car, I think.
There's a whole load more cars here. Just outside there in the car park, you've got, I don't know how many. How many cars are available? That was another question.
How
how many lots are there?
Oh, lots. We're nearly 800.
How many of those are cars and bikes? About 30 bikes, you reckon?
235 cars, 240 cars.
Yeah.
37 motorcycles. We've got all the automobilia. Have you had a look in there?
I haven't yet, no. I got here so late, thanks to the traffic, but there you go.
Do we want to have a look at the artwork, or is that something?
We could take a little peek in there.
Have we got time?
We've got time. We're getting a nod from Noddy to say we've got time.
And a nod from Noddy, I like.
But I don't really want to show people the artwork because, as I said, I've got my eyes on a few of these. I don't really want the price going up, so mind the step, Noddy, and also mind the top bit here because he's got a big frame around him.
Here, so we've got Francesco's artwork, Francesco Scianna's artwork, which is here, and look at these, they're just alive. There's so much motion, and
he blends architecture, doesn't he?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. Like this one down here, I'm not sure if
I think he trained as an architect,
you can see here,
and with his passion for classic cars, this has worked really well.
Yeah.
And then we've got John Worker, who worked in the design studio at BMC, and these are the things that he's kept. Back, all the studies. Now, although they span several decades, really, I just absolutely adore them. I'm looking at a bit DeLorean-esque going on here, but I just caught my eye right down the end here. Sorry, Noddy, I'm just going to be a real pain here. Look at that. Yeah.
Like trackers.
BMC,
I do like my trackers.
BMC tractor. BMC truck. I mean, look at this. For a little city car.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of Maserati in there.
Yeah.
Here we've got Austin 1100, Austin Morris Wolsey. Look at it with a different front end. Have you seen the Marinas? Oh, no, can you imagine if they made a Sherpa like that? it's like with the ridge panelling. It's like a French, Citroen or Renault van. Yeah. That looks so Maserati.
That'd be turned into a coffee van, wouldn't it? Nowadays?
Absolutely. Going down here. Marina Estate, but with a slightly different rear end.
Right.
And you can see it here. A little notchback. Marina TC. Oh no, GT. And here's the Marina TC. So different styling designs for the front end. We've got the Land Crab up there. We've got a very, very sporty Allegro. So sporty front, sporty rear. Look at that. Wolsey 6. It's great. Austin Princess,
and
you can all see.
And a bus as well. It's all covered, look. Fantastic stuff.
So I think these are absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I think so. But hands off, like I say, because I've got my eyes on quite a few of these, right? These are not
tough. We'll be gaffer taking you in the office at that point.
Or you'll be hijacking my credit card. One of the two.
So I love to see this. And it just goes to show that you just never know what's going to be at the next Anglia car auctions.
Absolutely
I would love to say that. We didn't even go into the Scottish barn finds.
We didn't. Let's leave that for another day.
Shall we do that tomorrow? Because most of the inside ones are going to go through on Sunday.
Yeah. All right, let's do that tomorrow, because and we haven't even been through the other room either, but trust me, the collection's amazing. I've not been in that other room, so I'm going to have a look now as well.
Shall we walk through? Are we closing it off?
They're saying wrap it. They're saying wrap it.
They're saying wrap it.
So
apparently, you've all had enough.
What's that saying? Leave them wanting more.
Yeah,
they say. So let's leave them wanting more.
Sorry for rambling on so much, but really do hope that you're able to join us this weekend. So it's Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
Go on the website. If you've got any queries, phone up, give us an email, or drop us a comment on the live stream, and we'll endeavour to get back to you. But it's going to be an action-packed weekend, a fun weekend. Let's just see. Well, I'm going to say one thing. You know what I'm going to say.
Go on.
In the main hall.
You're going to go there?
Do I go there?
You want to go there?
One of our customers
Let's go there.
One of our customers came in today, and it is either going to fall...
Sorry,
mind the shutter.
Forgot to worry.
It's either going to go completely flat, but it did make me chuckle.
Go on.
So, here we have a Fiat Panda.
Yes.
So Fiat Panda, and this was not designed, this is not actually contrived. So,
and it's white and black as well.
It's a panda.
Yeah, it's definitely a panda.
White and black. What do pandas eat?
They eat bamboo, Guy.
And here we have, come round here. Here we have, Bryn's just holding his head in his hand. Here we have some bamboo.
What's the question? What's the question?
The question is the bamboo going to be there in the morning? I'm sorry, I had to say it.
You didn't. So is the bamboo going to be here in the morning? You'll have to tune in to find out. Come down here yourself. Remind us, it all starts at what time tomorrow?
It starts 10 o'clock with the Automobilia.
Yeah.
Live stream starts at just before 12.
Yeah.
Would you say a couple of minutes to 12? Yeah. And look, we'd love to see you. If you're within striking distance, come down in person. If not, just sit in front of your computer, enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And have fun.
Will this be here in the morning?
Take care.
Tune in to find out. See you tomorrow.